And founder and CEO of Fastcall, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes about our widget or the Fastcall application. This is the first in our user's guide. So to begin with, I'm in our intercall application. You can see that here where we deliver video and screen share. Salesforce calls this the utility bar down here, and you can see Fastcall is a different application. So I open up Fastcall, intercall disappears. Fastcall uses Salesforce OpenCTI, which is the interface to phone applications. But you also may have, depending upon how your specific Salesforce is set up, you may have other applications or Salesforce components down here. So inside the application here in the utility bar, you're going to find your OpenCTI apps, including Fastcall. This happens to be console. If you'll notice, Sales Console, Service Console, really the same thing. In console, I have a list view here, and OpenCTI Fastcall is still in the footer in console. I can come up here to the Salesforce menu, and I can go into a non-console application, doesn't matter, and you'll still see the OpenCTI in the utility bar. The application itself has devices that we select here. In this case, I'm going to pick my headset. You do want to use a high quality wired headset. I have the soft phone set, which is why I'm picking my devices, but I could pick the different devices. And these are for outbound calls. We set our devices for inbound calls separately, my caller ID. I'm in SMS mode here, which is optional, so you may or may not see this. But I have my SMS messages here. My phone mode is here, inbound and outbound calls. This is the internal dialer, which is the similar to what I started with at intercall. The idea is that it's internal. You can call any other Fastcall user, Salesforce user groups, and there's a separate learning component on that. The dial pad is here for phone and SMS. If you do make a call on the dial pad, it's not attached to a Salesforce user record, and then there's some call statistics here and other places in the application as well. So popping back over to phone mode, you can see it's telling me I have a missed. Actually, this voicemail is waiting for me. Hasn't been reviewed, but it happens to be spam. I don't know if you get these calls. They're trying to sell me a car warranty, so I'm going to block that. And then there's a couple of SMS messages waiting for me. You'll see that the availability is here, and this controls inbound calls. And you can set that here if you need it to go offline. And when you're on an active call, and then your menu is here, and you'll see there's some of the same settings: the device, the audio settings, caller ID, call recording. So your menu is here. So that's the Fastcall application for the user, and then there are other modules in this user training that will go through other parts of the application.